How about them Canes?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Dude. You know, I ate 12 tacos.
Yeah,
I
what
think
was
that's
that
a new
about?
record for me.
What was that
And they
about?
weren't like tacos with like no meat in them. There was a ton of meat in these tacos.
Do you crave tacos when you watch Miami Hurricane football? Is that your pairing?
No, we having audio issues here. Hold
Your
on.
mic's a little funk.
Mike's a
Yeah.
little funky.
I thought they were gonna blow it.
It's not so much a football thing. It's
No?
more like it's not so much a football thing. I had leftover steak the other day. Hell yeah, go Canes. I had leftover steak the other day, and my wife said that I wasn't allowed to make the tacos because the whole house smells like onions.
Okay.
So I didn't have any tacos, so that was a bummer. So I had it like in my head. So I had the
What'd you do
house
with
to
the
myself
leftover
Saturday
steak?
night. Here, I'll be right back. I'll come right back in.
Yeah. I'm so lonely. I was ready to talk about some Pepsi today. Hey, Pepsi. McDonald's bringing back the value menu? Woo.
We back? Are we good?
Yeah, there you go. There you
go.
go.
Get it, baby. Let's go.
Hit it.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the morning show. We got Spencer Israel out on the beach this week, on the beach with the family. Some well-deserved time off for one Mr. Spencer. I am your host today, JC Parets. I am joined by my co-host and legend, Mr. Steve Strazza. We got Todd Sohn in the house today. Fan favorite, new all-time highs across the board. We got monthly charts to talk about. We got markets moving this morning. Gold, silver hitting new highs. A lot going on. Yield curves making moves. New Trump coins. I mean, all kinds of stuff happening. So why don't we hit it? Let's go, Izzy. Let's go. Bring on the boy. All right, Mr. Strazza, did you enjoy your day off, or were you looking at charts, just waiting for the market to open?
I was looking at charts. Wrote a nice note yesterday. We were looking at the cryptos, looking at China this weekend, but I had a lovely long weekend. My parents are in town. Hung out by the pool, explored the area a little bit. Just all around.
Think of the new digs.
I think they like it. They seem very comfortable. I don't think they want to leave. They're watching the show outside right now by the pool.
Oh, must be nice. Must be nice.
We didn't play any golf. My dad's back is bothering him, but outside of that,
your dad a good golfer?
No, not at all.
No,
but he could
is
play
he?
with me.
Is he better than you? Because it's a low bar.
Nope. Not
You're better than your father?
Yes.
He was better at basketball, though?
You know, I was actually a great athlete when I was younger.
Your dad says you never passed the ball.
Because you wouldn't have wanted me to pass the ball. My coach didn't want me to pass the ball. There's no reason for me to pass the ball. I still don't really pass the ball.
I heard that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Is that right?
That's right. Speaking of that, I am going to get Michael Jordan picture, a Tiger Woods picture. I'm going to go full sports in my office.
All the goats? All the goats?
Yeah. Like great moments. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to get like the Tiger fist pump. I'm going to get the Jordan like jumping in the air thing. I'm going to get John Starks dunking on Jordan.
Tiger fist pump, that was at the Masters?
U.S. Open, I thought. I don't even know.
You would know better than me.
The famous, the fist pump picture. I'm gonna just deck it out with some.
What about that one that was like the best Nike commercial ever by accident, where like the ball like fell into the right? You know what I mean?
No,
like it's just hanging right on the hole, and then it just like falls in, and then it says that it has the
Oh.
Nike swoosh. You know which commercial I'm talking about?
Yeah, and then they doctor up those videos on the internet. There's like a bunch of videos that make Tiger look like a badass, where he's like walking down the putt and like never even looked at it because he knew it was going in. But those are actually fake.
Fake news.
You know what I'm talking about? Where like he putts and like doesn't even worry, he just like starts like he knew it was in. They doctor those videos up a little bit. I
Right.
want to talk about Pepsi
Pepsi
today.
Cola. All right, let's get to the state of the markets. Let's talk about Pepsi. Wow, didn't see that one coming.
Mhm.
Steve Strazza in the middle of a bull market, coming in hot with the consumer staples. Coming in hot. Shall we?
Like,
Should we do the thing?
I've been-
All right, we got the Dow futures this morning down 0.75%. Market's getting slaughtered now that summer's over. They're coming in here. They're selling them. They're selling them today. 350 points to the downside. 45,250 for the Dow. S&P 500 futures down a full percent this morning. That's 6,400, down 66 handles. NASDAQ 100 leading the way to the downside, down 1.3%. That's 23,140, down 300 handles for the NASDAQ 100 futures. There's some selling going on today as interest rates are going up. 30-year bond futures down 90 basis points, almost a full percent, down to 113 and change for 30-year bond futures. That's actually a big move. With interest rates going up, you also have crude oil up this morning, up almost 2%, 65 and change for crude. You got copper down 0.75% at 455. You got gold up again after the highest monthly close ever, up 0.75%, 35.40 for gold. Silver up a full percent as well, 41. Yes, you heard that right. 41 and change for silver. New 14-year highs with the VIX making moves. 18.5 right now. This thing was trying to break 14 to the downside. Let's go over in funny money land and see what we got going on. We got Bitcoin this morning flat, 109,200. You got Ethereum 4,320 flat this morning as well. You got Solana up 1.3%, right at 200 even. The Solana ETH ratio continues to act pretty well, and that brings the total crypto market cap. Spencer Israel, if you're out there listening at the beach, total crypto market cap, 3.72 trillion, 3.72 trillion. Mr. Strazza, what stands out the most this morning?
No, I'm just some nice news flow for a Monday morning. It was a sleepy weekend. Sometimes on these holiday weekends, JC, you get some nice like crypto market volatility and really not much. We just got, big red on the futures this morning. That
What
was
about
really the only
in the
action.
crypto? You got $5 billion in market cap from the new that new Trump situation. $5 billion for the Trump family yesterday. You don't think that's volatility? You don't think that you're not entertained?
No, there was
$5
no
billion, just a
action
drop
there.
in the bucket, no big deal.
No, there's no action there. But I think the fact that Bitcoin is simply holding, right? So this has been a really resilient correction, even though it's taking some time. There hasn't been much downside. Like the resilience stands out to me, and I think this is really good for these Bitcoin miners, right? They need prices at a certain point, and then they need them to stay there. And I think this rally in the Bitcoin miners over the past few weeks, even as Bitcoin is coming down, JC, is due to the fact that Bitcoin isn't coming down as much as it usually does during corrective waves. Like it's really holding well. And for these businesses, I think that, bodes really well for them. So,
What about throw up slide 2 there? Ethereum, second highest monthly close ever.
yeah.
How do we feel about that?
Yeah, MicroStrategy is looking okay this morning too. I feel good about that.
Do
Really,
you?
I do. Hmm.
You feel good about it?
Yeah.
What is it about it that makes you feel so good?
Listen, I'm watching these Bitcoin miners. I'm so interested at these
What do you like?
levels.
The IREN?
I own like 10 of them. I
You
own
own
way
10
too
of them.
many of them.
You
Yeah.
think that's enough? 10 of them in your portfolio? Is that enough exposure to crypto miners or no?
I'm a big basket builder. I love building baskets. I really enjoy building my own baskets. I have lots of fun with this. It's one of my favorite things to do. So, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're starting to sound like Donald Trump. I build
I
my
think I
own
own enough.
baskets, the greatest baskets,
I build my own baskets. They're the
the
greatest
biggest
baskets. My baskets are
baskets.
the best
I walk
baskets.
into a room and I say, I build the biggest baskets, right? Is that?
All right. Throw up my charts. Pepsi, Pepsi, Pepsi. This is really interesting
I can't believe
for,
you're just like starting right off the bat with a consumer staple. It's a bull market. We
yeah.
just witnessed one of the greatest stock market rallies of all time. Summer's over. The boys are back in town. and you're starting with Pepsi.
Yeah, and where's my McDonald's chart? Is that in here somewhere? There it is. Oh, so good.
Tell me why we
Yeah.
should care about Pepsi when
And then
stock market is making all-time highs. You're out here talking about Pepsi,
okay.
not Tesla. Pepsi.
Okay. Got it. So, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, the two big boys, the two big sugar companies, big competitors. One sells Coca-Cola, the other one sells Pepsi. You get it. They sell a lot of other things as well. These companies have always been very similar. Years back, Coca-Cola kind of went in a different direction. They started streamlining their bottling operations and actually using like local bottlers. Um, they called it, they refranchised their bottling network. And what that did was, if you go to the next chart here, right? So Pepsi makes twice the amount of sales as Coke in any given year. Coke's around like 45, Pepsi's at like 90, right? So
Is
you
that
see that?
true?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
And then if you go to the next chart, this is where things get really interesting. This is their margins. So Coke's got about like 7 percentage points in gross margin or operating margin over Pepsi, especially because of, the way that they have done their bottling differently. So when you go down to the net income line, Coke on half the amount of sales than Pepsi is actually making more money, right, from a net income perspective. And you can see the trend. If you go to slide 22, Rick, that shows the trend really nicely. How Coke has actually become the better earner, right? From profitability standpoint, Coke is now the better stock. And that's played out with this, I guess their bottling strategy. So Paul Singer from Elliott Management sees this, takes one of the largest stakes in Elliott Management history uh, in Pepsi right now. And this is simple. This is what these activists do. He's looking at what Coke did. He's saying they have 7 percentage points in margin over Pepsi. These are the same businesses. Why isn't Pepsi doing the same thing? And sometimes it just takes a guy, a hedge fund guy with a lot of money to step in there, take a massive stake like this. They have a $4 billion stake in Pepsi. And I think that's exactly what he's going to push this company to do. I think that's going to unlock a ton of upside for Pepsi, and their margins are going to improve and get closer, more in line with Coke's margins. And I think there's a lot of value here. So, shout out to activists. This is what we want them to do. This is why we have, such efficient capital markets here in the United States, because of stuff like this. So I love to see this. I think it's a great move by Elliott. I think Pepsi's completely undervalued, doing the wrong thing. So you get a big, big dividend in this stock right now. I'm pretty super long in my long-term account, and I like it a lot. What do you think, JC?
Here's what I see. I mean, I'm not Mr. like Pepsi guy. I'm not Mr. Look at all the consumer staples in the middle of a bull market guy. But if you throw up slide 2, I got to tell you, Strazza might not be so crazy here. I like the little scoop and score. Little scoop and score on the Pepsi monthly. What do you think? Do we have Rick on the 1s and 2s today, by the way?
Yeah.
Where's the Fonz? Where's the Fonz?
Fonz is in Tuscany, living his best life.
Excuse me. Oh,
Yep.
Excuse me. Fonz is in Tuscany.
Deserves it. Man hasn't taken a vacation in about 3 years, so
must be nice hanging out in Tuscany. I see Fonz. All right.
Go get lost in Italy, Fonz. He went and found the Fibonacci statue. I think he used your little like treasure hunt map, and he found Leonardo.
Nobody in this planet has built a better map to find that Fibonacci statue than yours truly right here.
Did you help advise him, or he found it on his own?
Fonz is a clever fellow.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. He didn't ask me anything. He knew exactly where it was. He sent me, I like those kind of guys that they don't bring me problems. They bring me solutions, right? Like, it's not like Fonz is like, oh, JC, where do I find the Fibonacci statue? It's like, no. JC, look at me with the Fibonacci statue. See the difference? You guys taking notes out there? You guys taking notes. That's how it's done. Right? You get shit done. You get shit done and you show them after the fact. Look what I did.
So what's the problem here? Hold on. Respectfully disagree. These things are all smoke and mirrors. What's smoke and mirrors? The fact that Pepsi's got 7 percentage points to make up in margin to get in line with Coke? What's smoke and mirrors about that? This is just basic math. I think this is a pretty easy one, to be completely honest.
All right, we got slide 2 there. Throw up slide 2. There's the Fonz.
And you can build a long-term strategy in finding depressed, blue chip, high-quality stocks in the United States and getting them at a discount. I think 8 times out of 10, these big blue chip stories actually do turn around and head back to new all-time highs. And we've had so many great examples of this just over the past couple of years. 3M, Pfizer and Merck are interesting around, along with UNH right now. Disney, Nike, down in the dumps. Like there's a number of really, really high quality companies, mega caps, that are in large drawdowns, and I like to fish in those ponds. And that, Pepsi's one of them right now. There's the Fonz. Look at that.
Is there the Fonz?
Yeah.
Look at the Fonz. Look at the Fonz. Cutting off Leo's head there. I see you.
He was sending me
Fibonacci's nose is like off. Like his fingers are all cut off. Like Fibonacci.
Yeah, he looks like the guy from Happy Gilmore with the hand.
Looks like the guy with Happy Gilmore. Yeah, a little bit like that.
Dubs.
Throw up. Can you drop the link in the chat? Anybody who is in Pisa and is interested in finding the Fibonacci statue, it's not easy. I tell the story there. This is an old blog post from 2018. I can't believe it. On how to find the statue exactly. Throw up slide 3 there. You can see your boy right there. Your hostess with the mostest right there on the left with a 1, Leonardo Fibonacci. It's right next to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. There's my wife. We weren't married yet, right? No, we weren't married yet. She was my girlfriend at the time. I believe she may have been my fiance, in fact. That was a good picture. I took that one. You like that one?
Yeah, fantastic picture.
Yeah, shout out Morgan. Morgan having a rough time. Daughter started kindergarten last week. It's not easy for the moms, right?
Did she tell you I slid into her DMs the other day?
No.
Yep.
Why are you sliding into my wife's DMs, bro?
Her new username is one of the single best usernames I've seen in a long time. I was
don't even
laughing
know
out
what her
loud.
username is and what app.
Oh, it's so good. I had to tell her how good it was. So good. So
what
good.
App?
Instagram.
Oh, all right. By the way, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is leaning a lot more than you'd think. So it's right behind. So when you're checking out the Leaning Tower, you got all these tourists looking at the tower. They don't even know that big Leo is out in the back.
Super cool though, huh? How does it not fall over? They must like it's gonna fall over one day, no?
No, they fixed it.
Out there.
No, they fixed it. It said stop leaning now.
Hey, listen. Wrap up this conversation. Last one. Throw up 19. This is just fun. This is just a fun chart, right? Look at what's happened with the soft drink sales in U.S. Cola, right? Because sugar, it's tough. Sugar's fallen on hard times.
Liter Cola? Do we have Liter Cola?
No, this is just volume. This is the volume trend between Coca-Cola sales versus Pepsi sales. The Coke sales, the cola sales, and one of them is doing just fine. Hasn't really lost anything in terms of like its sales volume. Pepsi's down 15 percentage points. So big difference there. Coke is definitely winning the cola war. I think we have a clear winner at this point.
The cola war. I like that. I like cola wars better than trade wars. That's for sure.
Yeah. And now just to wrap up the conversation on boring stocks, McDangles is officially bringing back some sort of value menu, because for years now, really since the inflation pop started back in 2020, you go to McDonald's now, you're spending almost $20 to get like quarter pound.
Hold on, the dollar menu doesn't exist anymore? The dollar menu doesn't exist anymore?
Look at this chart. So they originally phased it out like 2013, 2014. It took a while to phase it out in some places before others. And that popped this stock off through like this huge $100 level. So it was consolidating. They trashed the value menu and the dollar menu, said no more. Look at what's happened to the stock since. Now, over the past couple of years, McDonald's is the head honcho, right? They're the leader of the pack. So they cut their value menu first, and then the rest of the fast foods cut their value menu. Now these fast food companies have been under immense pressure due to the way that their prices have surged in the past couple of years due to inflation. So McDonald's now, always the first mover with this kind of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if Wendy's brings something back, Burger King brings something back, right? So fast food lovers, we're going to be enjoying a fast food renaissance here, getting our old value menu back. I'm excited. So I'm excited for this one.
Fast food renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
That was just the second highest monthly close ever for McDowell's.
What a stock, man.
My daughter hates it when I call it McDowell's.
I call it McDangles.
She's never watched Coming to America, obviously, because she's 5.
Eddie Murphy. Great American brand. Pepsi,
This
Coke,
is one of those.
McDonald's.
Pepsi also?
I own all of them.
Which is the greater American brand, Pepsi or Coke?
I think Coke. Easily.
Coke is the better American
Coke is
brand.
everywhere. Think about it. Like Coke is everywhere. And even McDonald's might even be like a more global brand. Because like some of these other countries, they have their own like sodas that they love, right? Coke's not like the number one seller. You go anywhere in the world, like there's golden arches, man.
Dude, when I went to the sumo wrestling championships in Tokyo, we
Yeah.
got there and like the younger fighters that had already wrestled in the morning, they were at the McDonald's across the street from the arena. Like you could see them in like their, the shoes, the clogs, like those giant flip-flops.
Can you imagine what a sumo wrestler's order is at McDonald's? Right?
Yeah. But these are like young kids. They look like offensive linemen, kind of. Like they're still not like humongous. Like they're still leaner. They're not lean, but like they're leaner than their older ones. That's why they're at McDonald's probably. Right?
They look
That's
like
why they're at McDonald's. There it is. There it is. Is that a sumo wrestler? All right, can we talk about this World Liberty Financial? I feel like nobody's making a big deal about this at all.
What is going on here? Yeah,
$5 billion. Like nobody cares. This was fucking yesterday. Nobody seems to care. Like this is a big deal. I think it's a big deal.
So just explain yourself. This is a what now? And this is, just to be clear, this is an intraday chart, people.
Well, it's only been trading for 24 hours.
So this is a new Trump token?
Well, the Trump coin itself, the TRUMP was like a legit meme coin. Like that's as meme coin as meme coins get. This is not. There's a utility to it. This is not a meme coin. Obviously, you see the market cap, but like I'm not going to pretend to be an expert, but there's something going on. It's connected to the stable coin. It's on all the blockchain chains. Started trading on Coinbase already. Like this is not a meme coin. It's meme-ish because Trump is a meme, right? The president of the United States, Trump or otherwise, is a meme. The Republican Party is a meme. The Trump family is a meme. Each and one of those dudes are their own memes, right? So it's meme-ish, but this is not a meme coin, right?
You own this?
I am long. But that's not the point. What I'm doing, it doesn't matter. I'm more interested in like sort of what this means for crypto. This is not nothing. It's not nothing. It's one of the largest cryptocurrencies in the world already. And for me, what's the takeaway here? The takeaway here is there's going to be more of this. It has nothing to do with Trump or the Trump family or anything like that.
More grifting.
More grifting, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't understand why anybody.
When you say more of this, I
just don't understand why every time somebody's making money, then it has to be like a grift. Like those people are weird. Like they're
he's
just
also
jealous.
The president of the United States, JC. So it's a little unfair.
First of all, nobody said life was fair. I don't know what kind of world you live in.
There with some of this stuff.
You growing up in Connecticut, white boy in Connecticut with a mother and father that love you. You had huge advantages over other people around the world, and it's not fair to them. So what are you going to do? You're going to stop living your life?
I'm not the president of the United States launching cryptocurrencies. It's just slightly different.
If you were the president of the United States, you think you'd be launching cryptocurrencies?
Definitely not, to be honest.
I don't know. I'd be calling you, be like, yo, Strazza, you're president of the United States, bro. Let's drop a token.
Look.
Okay, but here's the point. Here's my point. I don't care that this makes people sad or this makes people angry. The market doesn't care, so I don't care.
Complaints.
What?
I'm just saying I understand their complaints to a degree.
Oh, maybe. I just don't care about other people's sensitivity issues or their virtue signaling or, all the bullshit that they do. I'm only interested in making money. That's what you see. That's the goal as an investor, is to make money. It's not to judge others in their behavior. That's not my problem, right? So I'm interested in how we're going to make money from it. And for me, I think there's opportunity in the token. I think it's important as investors to understand this ain't the last time you're going to see it. You're going to see more of these. It's going to have nothing to do with Trump. It's going to be some other dude, and people are going to get butthurt about that dude also. Like, it's just going to keep happening, right? So I think that's the big takeaway. But that's $5 billion, Strazza.
No, it's good. It's good. Look, it's altcoin season. I think you are looking in the right places. This is aggressive, though. It's a little aggressive. Nestle CEO.
We got some guests in the house.
Hold on. Yeah. Quick. Nestle CEO. You heard about this one?
No.
He's gone. People seem to not realize.
British? Is Nestle British or Swiss?
Yeah. It's UK based. When you become CEO, you really have to give up girls. There's no room for it. you'll get fired. You know,
You have
the
to give
best
up who?
CEOs, you get to give up girls. No more girls. You can't talk to the girls. You can't look at the girls. These CEOs every other week they're getting fired.
Oh, because they fired the Nestle CEO for being creepy?
You had a relationship, just a relationship with a girl who was a direct report, apparently. So he's gone now. You can't do that. You
Nah,
have
you
to
can't
be.
shit where you eat.
No,
It's
the best
true.
CEOs are like Tim Cook. They just turn gay, and then they never have any problems.
That's how to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, listen, a lot of years on Wall Street, I saw the guys with the sales assistants and the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's no good, man. That's no
Can't do
good.
it.
You got the
No girls.
Coldplay concerts. I mean, that's
No.
come on.
What's wrong with
I mean,
you?
imagine losing half your net worth at a Coldplay concert. I mean, come on.
You should be embarrassed.
Yeah, seriously. Like maybe
Coldplay
like
couple.
Aerosmith or something. Maybe Coldplay. Hey, let's go through a couple of charts and then we'll bring on Kenny. Go through slide 7. I want to remind everybody we got new monthly candles. I'm going to show you a few of the ones that stood out to me here. We'll just go down that list quick. Taiwan, new all-time highs. How do you feel about that? You know, what does that say for semiconductors? What does that say for tech? What does that say for Asia?
Oh, I want to talk to Todd Sohn about
You
this.
like that? All right. So what about Israel? Nothing but horrible news coming from Israel. Throw up slide 8, guys. Give us a follow on Instagram, on YouTube, on the old Twitter X.
Here.
Right.
Check this out, JC.
So hold on, quick. Yeah. Go to there you go. Go. Israel, nothing but bad news coming out of this region. The Tel Aviv 125 is up 50% in the last year. It's up 30% year to date. Nothing but bad news. Justified or otherwise. It's not about geopolitics.
Oh, I see.
Not bad news. Hold on.
Okay.
Shanghai Composite, 10-year highs. Belgium, all-time highs for the Bell 20. Oslo, new all-time highs. London FTSE 350. There's a broad look at British equities, all-time highs. Look at Italy. Shout out Steve Strazza. His name ends in a vowel. Shout out to the Milano Indice di Borsa 40. New 18-year highs. Italy, known for their food, their wine, the culture, the people, the architecture. Not the stock market. New 18-year highs. And then finally, the consumer. Throw up that consumer chart. What'd you guys do with that consumer chart? There it is. Equally weighted consumer discretionary, all-time highs. So those are just a few of the ones that stood out to me. I mean, there's more. New all-time highs in the New York Stock Exchange Composite, S&P 500, Dow. I mean, we could go down that list, but the non-obvious, those are a few that stood out to me. Any final words before we bring on Kenny?
No, shout out Italy. I had the worst pizza of my life last night.
Dude, you live in Florida, man. They don't know anything about pizza.
I'm going to keep trying.
As you should. I found a decent taco place the other day, somewhat edible. So just keep trying, you know.
I won't quit.
Yeah.
I won't quit.
I did find a decent pizza place in San Diego. Didn't see that one coming.
San Diego.
I think I was with you, wasn't I?
Probably. All right, bring Kenny on. We'll talk about Asia with Todd Sohn.
All right, let's go. Bring out Kenny.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my clock, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Hola. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Kenny Glick, how are you, sir?
There was a lot to unpack on what you just said. Man, oh, man. I don't even know where to go.
Which part specifically?
Well, I'll talk about Trump manipulating stocks and coins in front of everybody. You know why people are upset? Because the stuff that he gets away with, normal people would go to jail. Martha Stewart, for God's sakes. Come on now. Martha Stewart goes to jail for what? Nothing. But yet we see blatant criminality going on a daily basis. That's why people are upset. But more importantly, how about that silver, huh? Silver?
Hey, look at
I've had the silver on my desk since we started doing this show. Just came back from Colorado. We picked up some silver right out of the mines. What's up, Estes Park? Beautiful. Look at this thing. Little gold chip embedded in the bar.
Kenny, where do you get them all? Like, do you go to a dealer or like?
He's like all over the place.
Well, we found a little coin shop in Estes Park, and my wife. Oh, and by the way, Sean was with us also. I met Sean, who lives in the town next door.
Did he buy any silver too, or no?
No, but they had to pull me out of the store. for little towns that have such a great shop. I mean, it was awesome. It was. I didn't mind paying some premium, but I've been buying silver and
How
keep
many
buying,
ounces of
baby.
silver do you think you own?
But Kenny, you'll go to these are like coin dealers, these shops.
Yeah, I
that
go
you
to
go
coin dealers.
right?
I go to coin stores. I got a couple of online stuff also. I buy bullion, but from the dealers online, and then I go to these coin. I geek out with the old guys. I'm the young buck in the room always.
No, that's sick. A lot of
That
people.
guy's
Don't
there.
forget that Kenny's a perma bear.
Yeah.
That's a
And
great
waking up to see this blood red, man. Seasonality's here. Bang! Let's start selling the market. I mean, wow.
So they're coming in. They're coming in hot, selling this morning. Dow up 450 points. Nasdaq down 1.5%. They're hitting them pretty hard this morning. Bonds are selling off as well. So interest rates are going up. Energy's going up. Metals are going up. Volatility's going up. VIX almost at 20, by the way.
Yeah, pretty fun. Pretty fun. I mean, is there something more to this? I haven't actually put the news on yet. I just turned the computer on. The futures were up last night, and I was wondering if seasonality was going to kick in. So here it is. Is there something going on that I don't know about?
Well, historically, September is positive. Historically, on average, when it begins the month above its 200-day moving average, which it currently is. So historically speaking, if seasonality means anything to you, September should be a positive month for the S&P 500. So keep that in mind. Also, the September to December period is historically much better in a second term for the president, which this qualifies as well.
Interesting.
Something to keep in mind. A little bit of a wrinkle there on the seasonality.
Let's talk about
also
Coldplay.
Jim Cramer was out this morning telling everybody how bad September is for stocks. So
a
couple things to think about.
Well, I'm glad it's getting off to a start like this. I mean, this actually does make sense. Thursday, well, we were on the exchange and Nvidia came out.
That was fun. You enjoy yourself? That was Wednesday, by the way.
Yeah, Wednesday. I bought that dip, and it was again, it worked. You give me a 10-point sell-off on Nvidia on in. I bought the Qs, and because I was going away on vacation and weird things happen while I'm away, I decided to cash out, and luckily I did. But Friday selling usually begets the Monday sell-off. So rationality's here. My God, this is crazy. So I'm excited.
What's on the move this morning?
The funny thing is, here's weird coincidences, and I don't find this to be a coincidence, but we were looking at some uranium stocks, right? And we had the Don with us, and he was giving me his list of uranium and ideas for nuclear stocks and uranium stocks going forward the next couple of years. I'm interested in the sector. I accidentally typed in UUU when it's actually 4 U's as a uranium stock. So I typed in UUU, and there's a stock going crazy called Universal Safety Products. Weird coincidence, but I'm just watching it now, and it just held VWAP and bounced off it. But I want to give a shout out to my Newegg fans. Now, who stayed short this whole time, baby? Come on. Where are my people that are still in at 130 all the way down to $40 where we thought this thing could fall? Wow. See, the one thing I love about being bearish is that I could smell a pump and dump a mile away. But I like them when they dump and then they Andy Dufresne, and I know when the shorts overstay their welcome. That's why I remain a bear. I'll still be a bear. I'll always be a bear. And I love being called the most bullish bear in the world because I do love when stocks crash because the good ones come back up, like the Carvana, which was one of my greatest calls in the history of ever. So loving the Newegg short. I hope you guys crushed it. But right now, I got to stay focused on the Qs and the market overall. If volatility products stay green, this market's going to stay down today. And we might actually have that, still the generational lows are in. When I called generational lows about a month ago, when Apple had the earnings reversal and we sold off to about 551.50, and then we had a monster rally from that point on. That low's still intact. And listen, we haven't even broke last week's lows. So we're still above the Wednesday pivot from 2 weeks ago. So this is still a nothing burger. Let me see us break down into the 20-day. And Ben, I don't have my charts up, but 20 days worth of VWAP, we're flirting with it right now. And if we get through that, we've got some real support right under there. But if that gives way, we're going to go say hello to our old friend Apple Lowe's back on, I think it was August 1st. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And I'm just going to stay focused on the Qs.
Are you looking for an upside reversal, for a mean reversion up, considering it's a bull market?
I'm going to take a step back today. I want to see if the buyers don't show up by, 10:30, they might not be showing up today. And we might actually get that, 10%. Because listen, 10% off the top, we're talking about what, 58 points to the downside on the Qs. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And then we'll see where we are from there. Because listen, I'm never going to call a bear market again. This is just your standard variety correction. And sometimes the correction gets a little scary, and that's when it's usually over. So as soon as they say this time is different, that's when we start buying, because it's never different.
How do you think about the European close?
I don't even look at the
when you
European
talk about
close.
that late mid-morning.
We just had a little that looked like that might have been the low for the day when that kicked in, and next thing you know, we had a little bounce off that level. So right now, I mean, we had that European close, and we're through it now, right? That was that little spike down at 845, correct?
I mean, Europe's still not closed yet. Still got some time.
Yeah, well, whatever that spike was, looks like that might have been the capitulation for the moment, down at 60.57. But if we break there, and again, I'm all about the Qs, so if we break down, there's two levels that are really key right now. There was a pivot point at around, let me give it to you, 560.20, but I don't think we're going to hold. I think we're going to be testing the Wednesday's lows, which was that 558.50 area. So big fan of shorting on the bounce today. So usually I'm just looking for the bounce to buy, and the faux show bros, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to take a step back from being the bullish bear guy. But let's talk about Coldplay. Let's talk about the most overrated band in the world, Oasis. Who likes this band? Why is this in the news?
Everybody apparently is going to these Oasis concerts. They're saying it's fantastic. 80,000 people are showing up at these stadiums.
What do they have? 3 songs? Who I never understood this band.
Dude, Mary was
music.
just there. Brett was supposed to go this weekend.
I think they're the most overrated band in the history of music.
Wow, hating on Oasis.
Oh,
wow. I was actually
Oasis.
just telling my wife, I was like, hey, everybody's talking about these Oasis concerts. You want to go?
No, I mean, right there, Coldplay and Oasis, if they just went away, I wouldn't miss them either one of those bands.
You can't put them in the same category. Oasis is way better than Coldplay. Come on.
Oasis is better than Coldplay? Oh, wait, which one do you like better?
Oasis.
I don't know. They're both the same band.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Glick hit the bid. Trade with
Keep buying silver is my point. Keep buying silver. If we get over 50 on silver, we're going to 80, baby, and it's about freaking time.
120.
Silver to 120. I love it. All right, I'll see you guys in the room. Be careful.
All right, adios. Kenny Glick, ladies and gentlemen. Never a dull moment. Dude has so much actual physical silver. I don't know anybody who has this much physical silver, and he keeps buying more. And every time I see him, he shows me like his new keychain that has like actual silver in it and shit like that. It's crazy.
I love it. I think it's hilarious. It's super cool collection. Love it.
Listen, we got fan favorite Mr. Todd Sohn in the house. I know Steve Strazza has a lot of questions for him. I'll try not to hog the segment. I always have a lot of questions for Todd as well. Strazza gets very exciting when Todd comes in.
He sent some great charts, so we'll just run through all of these.
Yeah, not just a fan favorite, one of our favorites as well. Izzy, bring him out, bring him out. Jay, we've been friends for a long time. Make the call.
I mean, this is pretty professional, guys.
Nice show you got going here.
All right. Mr.
What's
Todd
up?
Sohn in the house.
How are you?
Buddy. What's new?
I'm a little hazy. Been off the grid.
Oh yeah.
Where were you?
I was in Utah, Park City, and I was in Colorado Springs with the family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was
Let
there
me tell
like
you.
work?
Huh?
Was there like work stuff going on in those?
Oh no, it
places,
was,
or
my
just hanging
kids
out?
had kids are school starts Thursday, and they've had like 2.5 weeks off. So we had to, you had to entertain them. JC, I'm sure you're in that phase where you're like, what the hell do I do with my kids for the next week?
Well, they started, kindergarten started last week. First day on the
lucky
bus
you.
today. Let's see how that went. And the boys start on Thursday at the old 2-year-old pre-K.
Yeah, that's the move.
Right? Yeah, pre-K. They don't start pre-K until next year.
But it ain't cheap, I tell you.
It's not bad, but the problem was getting them in because they're in high demand. And so, like, they hadn't gotten in. They had only let one of the kids in, not the other. I'm like, how are you? We have twins, right? And I'm like, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to give them these nuns a little piece of my mind, make them an offer they can't refuse. And my wife's like,
Hey.
no, don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm like, I think I'm going to have to walk over there and just, tell them how this is going to go down. And then and then my wife goes, all right, this is enough. Go talk to the nuns. I was like, all right. So I plan on going. The day before I went to go have a little conversation, a little sit down, they got in. So the gods were coming down, looking on the situation, said, let's cut these nuns a break. Let the boys
I would have
in.
given them a free membership to the Breakout Multiplier.
No, you can't give that away for free.
I didn't even think about that. I wasn't going to be that nice about it, actually.
And a call with Steve every month. One
No,
call.
Nobody gets that.
No, I'd be like, listen, you either get the boys in or you're going to be stuck on a call with Steve once a week.
But so yeah, so I don't know. It's just my wife and I cracked this weekend where it's like, what do we do with these kids now that we're back? And
yeah.
so I'm just getting
No,
back.
I get it.
Back in the gear.
Mr. Todd Sohn, I want to hear, I know Strazza's got a bunch of questions for you, international stuff. You are the ETF man. I want to hear your thoughts kind of like on sentiment right now, where you think we are in the cycle, in terms of the equities, the sector rotation, new all-time highs across the board on monthly closing basis, internationally as well. 4 weeks in a row, more bears than bulls on AAII, but you got the active investment managers a little elevated, right? So some mixed signals there. Where do you think we are in the cycle?
I think we're climbing, rightfully so, right? As you said before, it's a global bull market, and global being the key point here. This is not just the U.S.
No.
So people are getting more enthusiastic, but it's not. You're not at the territory or the realm where I would say, "Oh, look out!"
Yeah,
like we were at the start of the year or at the start of 2022.
So sentiment is not a headwind right now.
Not yet. I would
not a tailwind either.
I don't think it's. I think it's just. It's leaning towards headwind if I had a pick, but I wouldn't call it this massive risk just yet.
4 weeks in a row, more bears than bulls from individual investors. Any thoughts there? Don't overthink it.
I don't love AAII.
It's very emotional, very erratic.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of that. The flow data is starting to pick up, and the investors' intelligence, which is basically the cousin of AAII, is starting also to pick up.
Those are the newsletter writers.
Yeah. So those are getting more bullish, but it's
like
not,
how you said that the cousin of AAII.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
How many surveys we're gonna have here? You guys should start your own survey too. You might as well.
Yeah, funny you said that.
We need another one.
I'm the only one who says that. People think I'm crazy. I'm with you, Toddy.
Yeah, I mean,
why don't we just do our own and fuck them?
Just do a poll in here every day. And have someone on the team start tracking it, and there you go.
Let me ask you something, Todd. Who publishes the short interest data?
Is it the exchanges?
Nope. How often is the short interest data published?
Was it every 2 weeks or something like that?
That is actually correct.
Every 2 weeks from. I thought it was from the exchanges. Where's that come from?
The exchanges give it to FINRA.
The exchanges don't. The brokers give it to FINRA.
Oh,
the exchanges are part of that. Yeah.
I don't have the live.
It up.
I don't have the live data. I have the delayed Fugazi sentiment short interest data.
There is no live data.
There's no live data.
Well, there's there's services, right?
Yeah.
People.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
FINRA takes forever to compile the information. That's why it's on such a lag.
I don't understand.
It's the same thing as the commitment of traders report. It's like it's interesting, but it's delayed.
Yo, that agency is such a joke that they couldn't even get that report out for like 3 straight weeks.
Agency, I don't think you're a joke.
They couldn't even produce.
I didn't say that.
COT data.
Imagine running a strategy that literally relies on those numbers as inputs. Like, do you stop running it?
Remember when they didn't run it for like 3 or 4 weeks because like their machines broke or something? Remember?
Wasn't that like 2 years ago?
It was like a couple of years ago.
They couldn't get it done.
That was crazy, right? This is your tax dollars at work right there.
I like looking at it, but I've become less reliant on it.
Listen, it's helpful at extremes. Speaking of which, we are at historic extremes in futures positioning in the speculators in the Qs and historic extremes on the Russell 2000. They're historically short small caps.
Yeah.
You find that helpful?
I think that's interesting.
And long NASDAQ at the same time?
The longest Qs and the shortest Russell 2000.
The small cap stuff is really
a relative trend. It's over. Yeah.
We've been
It's
talking
just-
about this. It didn't just happen yesterday. Like this has
Yeah.
been the case, and you're starting to see that unwind in small caps. Do you think that unwind in small caps is legit, Todd?
I think so. Well, it's been happening. It's been happening since April, which I think was finally the capitulative flirtation of the lows from the last couple of years for small caps. And now they're finally going to break out of this 4-year bear market range, whatever you want to call it. The hard part is to say, okay, am I overweighting them versus the Qs and the S&P? I don't
Such a
know.
hard thing to do.
That's a hard
Yeah.
proposition.
Aren't
Right.
the
So
best
what I
trades usually pretty difficult?
yeah. But so what I've at least been telling clients is, okay, if you have 0 small cap, you got to go to
Right.
8 to 10, 5 to
But
10. I
that's
don't
where
know.
we're at. You're like, that's where the small cap situation is right now. Hey, you
Yeah.
probably don't own any. You should at
They
least
have
own
none,
some.
or they have ditched it for private assets or high yield
Yep.
bonds. Is
The
what people
worst
tell me.
investors on the planet, these are asset managers and hedge funds. These are, by definition, the worst people at this ever, have their largest net short positions in the Russell 2000 ever. Again, the
big.
worst investors on the planet have never been more short the Russell 2000.
It's
I-
so if you like small, then that means you probably like financials and healthcare, a little consumer
you
in there
have
too.
You have
Yeah.
to.
Right.
But
Right,
that
and that's-
small cap tech in there too, no?
Yeah. I just can never. The problem with small cap tech is I can never remember the names
ARK
of the
stocks.
companies.
ARK
Because
stocks.
they're so little and irrelevant.
Exactly, like small cap
And your,
consumer.
and your
we can-
recency bias that they've sucked for so long.
that too, but like small cap consumer, there's these random restaurants you and I will go to, just for the hell of it,
Right.
or these random brands you might like.
Right.
So that's easier. Just small cap tech.
So
is
all
just
right. So
random
small
stuff.
cap technology. Ready? You got Qorvo, QRVO. You got Interdigital, IDCC. Any
Nope.
household names? You got Marathon Holdings, MARA.
You got the quantum names in there. I'm looking at Russell too.
Yep.
Those
You
are
got the
those are
BMI,
like
the Badger meter.
the
There's a
better
few names in there that
the
you might
honey bad
recognize.
the honey badgers.
Yeah.
But the point being though, small caps have been in a bear market for almost 4 years. They peaked in November 2021. Almost got there. Was that earlier this year? Last year? I don't have the chart in front of me. So that's an opportunity.
And then rug pull.
Yeah, rug pull. So they're very short the futures market. The ETF flows, no one's allocating there anymore. There's outflows, or they just given up. So really interesting case there. If you're just looking to diversify out of large cap or large cap international too, I think this is opportunity.
Can you talk about the flows? I know you throw up slide 28 here. You brought the small cap flows falling off a cliff. From a sentiment perspective, are these just people puking them out?
I think, these are people selling.
Hold on, Todd.
Outflows, yeah.
How do we analyze this data, this chart? I'm looking all the way on the right-hand side of this chart where you have like the blue rectangle drawn. What should people think about this? Because the last time the Russell 2000 was here, like you mentioned, late last year after the post-election rally, the fund flows were at the upper bounds of these charts in the 2 lower panes, right? And now this time, it couldn't be more different. So the last test, flows were very positive at the upper bounds of the range. Now for this test, say we do go to test, try to break out to all-time highs, fund flows are down at the bottom of the range. Where do you want them?
I like them at the bottom. I like it when an asset is rising, but without the endorsement of major inflows or outflows to some extent.
That speaks to a potential incremental demand, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah, like
future.
it's a temperature barometer, and the temperature is extremely cool on small caps right now. Right? There's no signal in here, so to speak.
This is cool.
But and this is the whole small cap spectrum. This is not just IWM. There's 100 something funds in here. Some of the money is going to actively manage strategies because if you're an allocator and you need to have small caps, or like these indices stink. So let me hire one of the big mutual fund, one of the fund shops out there who knows the space.
Is that you? We were talking about this last week, I feel like, about how if you're going to do small caps, forget the Russell 2000, you got to go to like one of these actively managed small cap funds. That seems like the route for most people.
I would say yes, unless you are about to come out of a recession or economic extreme. Because then you just buy junk. Then you just buy Russell too, right?
Yeah. Then you want
coming
that.
out of 2022, 2009, 2016, all that stuff. That's when you just go out and buy the
What you're
riskiest
saying
stuff.
is, you're saying the Russell 2000 is a trash index. Own it when the trashiest
That's right.
stocks
Own Russell when
Which-
trash is going up, which is kind of like now to some extent.
Yeah, man. It's getting more and more like that every day out here. You look at some of these indexes, IPO index, international IPO index, all of the
Yeah.
ARC indexes, any of these specky tech indexes. I mean, these are the best looking charts. Quantum, space and exploration. It's like, okay.
IPOs are back.
Yeah. You just saw today, we got the Klarna news. I've been hearing about this
Klarna,
one. for
I
5
was
years.
learning about BlackRock coffee. I don't know if you heard. Anyone ever had BlackRock
Black
coffee?
Rifle coffee?
BlackRock, like
Never heard of
BlackRock,
it.
the asset manager, but with a coffee bar. I was reading up on it because they were having an IPO, small.
Yeah.
But it's like I think it's like a Dutch Bros in a sense. You know,
Cool.
drive-through, crazy drinks.
I feel like you living where you do in Manhattan, you're like, you get to see these trends, these fast food trends, especially with the coffee shops.
Oh yeah,
They go to New York first, whether it's Blue Bottle or
yeah.
any of the Dutch Bros, right? Like,
BlackRock is not. They're in the West
uh,
because I was a little disappointed by that.
the West Coast,
But yeah,
the West
Blue
Coast does
Bottle.
great things with coffee. Shout out
Yeah.
Seattle.
Oh, I knew about Blue Bottle for years, and then they sold themselves to Nestle, which was just
Did they?
yeah, unbelievable.
So what are you like a fan of McDonald's bringing back the value menu? Is that good for you, or you don't? You're indifferent?
I don't do McDonald's unless my kids.
Are you on the keto diet?
I'm not on the keto diet. I'm on the go to the gym and have some Greek yogurt type of diet.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Throw up slide 23. I want to show this to Todd.
What do we got?
Talk to me about what you're seeing internationally. So we run these global like power rankings just on a universe of like 50, 55 international ETFs.
Yeah.
And right now, like the United States isn't the top dog. It's not even at the top of the leaderboard at all, right? This is probably the top 20 shown right here. But it's not at the bottom either. Like United States, measured by the S&P 500, middle of the pack. Great. So there are countries out there, right? Individual country ETFs that are doing far better than the S&P 500. Other ones that are doing far worse. In terms of the big ones, though, I mean, it's China. Now China's at the top of this board, and has been, I guess, for a while. What do you see in terms of fund flows for the international funds?
So the
nice mix here.
this is a good mix. So
every continent is represented.
I literally just sent out a list of individual names to our sales team here from the international space.
Okay.
Just like nothing too intricate, just what looks good.
Right.
To me, and actually surprised is not on this list, Japan has the deepest list of just interesting, good trends and timely charts.
Yep.
I'm very bullish Canada because the miners, the financials in Canada are good. And then energy in Canada is the best energy around the globe. If you're looking for like US energy has just been stuck. Canadian energy is good.
Yeah, the charts look a lot better out there. Stuff like IMO, Suncor.
Yeah, exactly.
Look better than ours for sure.
TRP Energy, I think, is another one.
Yep. And imagine, Todd, for the Canadian indexes, like EWC looks great. The Canadian banks are on board now, absolutely rocking. But oil and gas has not worked. If God forbid oil and gas digs in, right?
Energy to work. That's very, very bullish Canada.
Yeah, it's going to set EWC off. It's going to be the top performer.
Europe is starting to slow to me a little bit.
Yep,
I'm not
seeing the same.
I think there's just a correction there. Maybe we'll see if it works. Like I think Kenny was just saying this before. Like you can't call it bear market, but the accelerator is slowing down there. So that's probably going to impact Spain and Italy. We'll see about that. That's very bank heavy.
Greece.
But then EM is still working, and there's a lot of reluctance to EM, especially China. I historically don't love China because it's super volatile.
Yep.
And the flows there are just they come and go. There's not much of a chase.
So then go to another more obscure EM country, right? Because there's other ones working. You don't have to go and deal with the volatility in China.
Korea seems to be
there you go.
The replacement-ish. I mean, Samsung's waking up. We got big Korean defense, KDEF. Look at that one. That's a newish one.
Korean defense?
Yeah.
It's an ETF?
Yeah, KDEF. Forget European defense. Korean defense, man.
That's cool.
So there's a lot going on internationally. I kind of look at international the way I look at small caps. So like I think it helps to have some sort of active-ish tilt there.
This chart looks amazing, but why? How in the
It's new.
hell? I've never heard of a niche ETF like quite so niche. This is a Korean defense index.
Isn't
You
that
better
what's
get
going?
used to it, bro. Todd, school this
How
child.
big is
There's
this
going to be so
country?
much more of this shenanigans.
There's an Wisdom Tree has an
What?
Asian defense one coming out too, so it's gonna be similar to this.
Come on, Strazza,
Well,
bro.
that makes more sense. Korea's this big on the
but look-
map.
but
How
look-
many
but look at-
defense companies do they have?
Go through. There's 26 names in this. Go through them. And be like, wow, like couldn't tell you a thing about any of these companies. Some of them are big conglomerates, but just look at these charts.
Asia is here, and I think there's still so much opportunity. China basically moves the whole pack in this region of the world. Japan does their own thing, but the rest of these Southeast Asian countries, when China works, they work. When China doesn't work, they don't work. They're just satellites of China. China basically owns all these countries. And with China looking the way it is, completing these, these beautiful trend reversals at the index level, and even the Chinese blue chips now, like look at something like Alibaba, looks fantastic. I think you want to look at Malaysia. Look at, first of all, Vietnam's the best country out here off of the April lows. Nothing better. Look at Korea. Look at Singapore. Look at Taiwan. Forget India. But the other Southeast Asians, I think there's so much opportunity there. Philippines.
A lot of there's opportunity. The problem, to the benefit of, I guess, us, is that a lot of people just don't buy those markets because they're too small.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
They'll dabble in China and Korea, but they're not going to buy Malaysia and Vietnam. It's just too difficult.
I can. And
you can.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good for me. But I get it. It's not easy for a lot
Same
of
thing with Israel. Like, Israel crushing it. It's just not big enough for a lot of people.
I'll say one more thing, and we could wrap up the international talk. What we were talking about just before we got into international, basically risk appetite. You're talking about IPOs are back. That to me is the intermarket landscape that screams EM over DM. So like I'm looking through my international stuff within the context of I want the risky stuff. So I'm like just favoring EM in every region. I think that's the right move right now because it's just offense over defense. And I think you'll just have, that's where the alpha is going to be.
That's an interesting idea because I haven't thought about that, and I don't think anyone's thought about that in a long time, right?
Nobody thinks about international equities in a long time.
Japan's great. Europe is consolidating now, which made sense to me for the time of the year. But EM, to go on a level of the EM is not something I've really given thought to outside of, say, Korea.
You're saying basically, hey, look at the large caps. They've done so well. JC's talking about the positioning. Hey, it's small caps' time here. That's the same thing. EM, DM. It's, hey, look at how DM's done, right? They're the Mag 7s. Japan's done great. Developed Europe's done great. Now it's time for the EMs to, take that baton of leadership.
I couldn't tell you anyone who has EM overweight relative to developed markets.
I'd love to hear that. Oh my God.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
That's not surprising to hear, though, Strazza, but it is reassuring. Right?
That's great.
Fantastic. Like it's not a surprise, but it is nice to hear that come out of Todd Sohn's mouth, who that's a valid observation. Todd, out of curiosity, when was the last time that you did see so much overweight emerging market positioning?
Gosh. I'm like trying to pick a year out of my tush year. When? 2013? I don't know.
Probably somewhere in that area. Right when it was peaking, right?
That's like the last time McDonald's had a dollar menu.
I couldn't, it's certainly not in the last 8 years.
No.
Not since 2015, since the yen devaluation. Everyone, we were all around for that. So that was kind of like a turning point there of nope, no thank you for EM anymore.
I wanted to talk about, before we let you run, I wanted to talk about some of the crypto ETF flow.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
We're not going to let you leave without asking about the crypto. All right.
What?
Crypto, I'm trying to figure out with crypto, it's towing the line between mass enthusiasm and mass adoption. And I don't know what the right answer is. Because mass enthusiasm is there based on the returns, the flows, the amount of product that's coming out there. But it's also mass adoption because most people did not have access to it or were confused how to get access to it. And now that you have it all neatly tied up in an ETF, it's just much more digestible and acceptable.
What
So,
is going on here? Why is Bitwise at the top and not the iShares Bitcoin?
Because I like Bitwise. I'm preferable to the Bitwise folks.
Oh,
rather than
okay.
iShares.
iShares Bitcoin is just not in this chart.
They're all the same thing.
Got it.
So I'm giving the look
Totally.
to the independent firm rather than the behemoth.
Good for you. You're looking out for the little guy. Good
Well,
for
look
you.
out for the little guy. I mean, there's plenty of other iShares on here. But there is so much going on in this space, and the flows reflect that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm struggling right now. Like I do think it makes sense to have it in a portfolio. It is a little bit risk off over the last couple of days.
How have the flows been just over the past 3 weeks? 2-3 weeks.
It's been surging, and it's weird. It's gone from Bitcoin to Ethereum now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But these flows no longer enough to buoy the price of these funds for the past 2 weeks.
No, I guess not. Which is so the crypto flows have been big all year, and you're seeing a mass influx of products. So that's why I'm struggling here with what the right call is on sentiment for Bitcoin, for crypto.
There
and
are
also
way
being
too many products. There are way too many MicroStrategy products alone.
That too. I have a
mean,
chart which I'll send you, and not in here, just showing you the mass amount of product that's out there. So that's why I'm struggling with this enthusiasm versus adoption thing, because I'm completely aware this is a newer asset class that everyone wants a piece of.
This is one of the first questions or most common questions that I'll ask my RIA friends is, are you guys dabbling in these things? Like, are you buying these MicroStrategy funds?
Is usually no.
It's usually no, but some are doing it, and a lot of the advisors are doing MicroStrategy. So I don't know. There's probably a lot of money that's still left to pour out of the MSTR stuff and into better Bitcoin vehicles. You can here's the problem. We have this chart on MicroStrategy. You know when it peaked, Todd? When they
a while ago
finally launched options trading on IBIT. That's when MicroStrategy.
November.
Yeah. So it shows you that was like a lot of those flows. That was just because it was the one vehicle that you could use to get nice leverage to Bitcoin. It no longer has that, so it loses that premium.
It's just buy the spot Bitcoin ETFs and the MicroStrategy stuff. It's just like, what are you doing?
Can't wait to short the hell out of
this.
What
What about the original Bitcoin, the gold, GLD hitting new all-time highs, SLB hitting 14-year highs? Can you throw that chart up there, slide 2?
Can't fade it. Makes sense in a portfolio to me. Why not?
Silver's got to retest those highs, right?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you have exposure to both of them? Gold's already done its run, and now it's starting to reaccelerate. Silver's
gold just doubled. Beta. Gold just doubled. Do you think it's getting a little frothy, or it's okay?
It was, and then it spent the last 3 months doing nothing, which is kind of what you want to see, no? In the technical textbooks.
Wavy, I love you, but stop with the gold miner stuff. They're not the new Mag 7s. They're still just fucking gold miners, man.
Dude, that base, though, that base in Newmont. Woo! Is there a bigger base? Todd Sohn, very few people in the world look at as many charts as I do. I know you are in that category of looking at a lot of charts. So's Chris Verone, for that matter. Is there a bigger base than Newmont?
Ooh, I'm sure we can find one. I would love to pull one out for you, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. Cisco?
Where is it? We got it here somewhere.
It would be the Nikkei.
There
you had Japan.
Nikkei. Look at this thing. Yeah. Come on.
Japan was the only one that compared to this.
And this one goes before 1989. This was mid 80s.
This is an 80s baby base. You don't.
This is an 80s baby base. This thing's been basing my whole life.
It's hard to find many saying that.
Shout out Baba Booey, Billy Cunningham. Shout out.
Love the miners. I think gold spent the last 4 months doing nothing. It looks like it's going to reaccelerate.
Dude, if this Newmont breaks out, like, what does that mean for the gold mining space? I mean,
it's good for Canada. It's good for Canada.
Yeah, and South Africa, and all of those. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ready? Question for both you guys. For the rest of the year, you get to own one group of miners. You could own it any way you want. You want the Bitcoin miners, or do you want the gold miners? You get to fish in one pond.
Gold miners. I don't. The Bitcoin miners.
You're both fucking crazy.
I don't know.
Bitcoin miners are going to outperform these things by
throw up slide 4, and then we'll let Todd run. This is the speaking of big bases. Bitcoin hasn't been around since the 1980s. I don't know if you guys heard, but this one is as big of a base as you're going to see in that space. Throw up slide 4 there. There it is. Shout
I
out
was
Australia.
I was looking at CIFR just now. That one's interesting. Okay, I'll give you that.
That's a nice base, huh?
Oh, Dr. Phil?
Dr. Phil in the house. You want to say
Wow.
hi? Should we leave you in before he comes on?
Yeah, I will ask him 20 minutes of medical questions.
We'll give you one question. We'll give you one.
Hold on.
All right, bring out Phil. Bring out the Pearl Dog.
Oh, this is great.
There he is, Mr. Phil Perlman.
Todd Sohn. What a
What's up?
great bonus
This
to
is.
have Todd here to get to.
I'll stay here for hours with Phil.
What's up, buddy?
Todd,
How are you, man?
Can we do a segment where you turn around and ask the guys in the suits behind you whether or not they want to own gold miners or Bitcoin miners?
Do you want me to do it right now?
Yeah.
I dare you. Ask them, gold miners or Bitcoin miners into the end of the year.
Would you rather own gold miners or Bitcoin miners into the end of the year? Gold. He says gold.
Gold.
He's the smartest guy here, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
right,
So
I'm
why don't we have
outnumbered.
him on the show next time, and then you could go get your coffee.
And you could sleep
that's
in,
great.
bro.
That's
Just have the
That's
smartest
awesome.
guy on.
That's great.
All right, you get one question for Perlman. Go.
How much Greek yogurt is too much Greek yogurt?
There's no final number, bro. There's no. You
Wow.
can just eat the plain Greek yogurt, put the berries in it.
That's what I
Put the
do.
frozen berries. You get the blackberries. You get some raspberries, strawberries. Cut them up, fresh strawberries. You get watermelon. Put it right in there. It doesn't even matter. It's not even a berry, but it's August still. It's August enough. You got about another 2-3 weeks with the good watermelon. So throw
What
it
about
in
dried
there.
cranberries, like the low sugar
sugary?
dried cranberries?
Yeah, if you got to, but there's no. They throw a ton of sugar in that stuff when they make it. They make it in like a sugar concoction. That's why it gets so sweet, because they're tart. They're good. They're tart, but it's a Thanksgiving thing. I wouldn't do that just because it's added sugar. You want berries and fruits that are not crazy high in sugar, like not crazy high carbohydrate. Watermelon is on the edge of that, but it's so good. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Like
And it's a
cantaloupe?
lot better for you than like Doritos.
Right.
Great summer snack.
There's
that true?
no final number on the Greek yogurt. As a matter of fact, if all you ate was plain Greek yogurt with berries in it, for the rest of your life, you probably live to 100.
Okay. Well, if I don't, I'm suing you.
All right.
Well,
Just
you'll
kidding.
be
I'm just
dead.
kidding.
I'll probably so
I'll see you in LA.
on your deathbed, you'll be like, Phil.
What's going on in LA? I don't know anything about LA. What's happening there?
A little get together.
Oh yeah, you and Phil getting together in LA. I see you. All right.
Dude,
Like,
let's hang out, man. We should go find a park like midway between us, like Rockefeller Park in Westchester or something like that. Can't lose with that one, right?
Oh yeah. But I
Go
was
for a
talking about.
jog, go for a walk, hang
I was
out.
talking about proof in the future.
Dude, go
Oh,
get
I'm
some
not
Italian
going. I'm not
food at
going to any
Arthur Avenue.
conferences. I'm not going to any conferences
I'm not going either.
at all. Like I'm done
Wow.
with, I've gone to all the conferences. I don't need to go. I don't care.
Don't,
I'm gonna
Phil.
go. I'm gonna go
Over it.
see. I'm gonna go see my boy JC and Strazza up in Toronto. At the, what do you guys call that event again, JC? What do you call that?
Portfolio Accelerator.
Portfolio
Got-
Accelerator
You
is.
see what we're
is
doing there,
great.
Todd? Because we're accelerating. You see?
That's the only one I'm going to this month.
It's the only one I'm going to.
You got to
all
go
the rest
to.
of the year. I'm not going to
the-
Stocktoberfest. I'm not going to Future Proof. I
Nope.
love them. I love those guys. I'm not going to Exchange in January. I'm just going to
that's a good
Portfolio
one.
Accelerator in Toronto.
I don't know about
Exchange, that's the one they had at Fontainebleau, Todd, right? The ETF one
Yes.
last year.
Yeah, well,
That's
2
good.
years ago I
I'll
saw
go
it
to that
out,
one.
right? Well,
I'll
it's
go
in
to that
Vegas.
one. I'll
It's
go
in
to that one
Vegas.
again.
It's in Vegas now.
Oh,
I like how
Yeah,
Todd
no,
is
it's
on
Vegas.
the ETF conference
there.
circuit. I like that.
Steam Whistle.
Listen, I just got one thing to say today, guys. Get outside. Okay? It's a simple message. I've made it before. Get outside, find
D.
nature.
Yeah.
It's one of the healthiest things you could do. You go outside, you don't have to run. Running's great, but you could just go for a walk. You get outside in the woods, you get outside in the trail, you get outside and you smell the fresh air and you let the trees, it lifts your spirit, enhances your mood. It's great for your health. It's great for your well-being. lowers the cortisol or whatever. Don't have to know about any of those chemicals. Just get outside. You will feel great. It's a great thing to do after the close, right? You have this window right now for the next 2 months, September, October, and maybe part of November, if you're in the Northeast, where it's still light out. It's still nice enough out. You put on a sweater, get outside, and you go for a walk before sundown. It will just chill you, especially, you're getting the markets down today, right? You get a little VIX spike. September has this habit of being a volatile month. Things get a little bit shaky before the end of the year, before the market rockets into the end of the year. And you get out there and you just let your body, you let your mind, you let your spirit settle from the spiking VIX. Do it.
I love
That's all I
it.
got. That's all I got today.
Am I
That's all I
leaving
need
now?
to got. Todd,
Good
let's
advice.
me and you,
Todd,
bro. Rockefeller
who's
Park.
really good at going
Do
for
it.
walks? You know who's really good at going for walks? Todd might be the best one of all of us. Maybe not as like Perlman, but of the other three, Todd is probably Mr. Walking guy the most, right?
I love to walk because I'm a Manhattan guy and I got strollers. If anyone wants to come walk with me, you let me know.
Dude, I'll meet you in the park. I'll meet you in the park, bro. Go
Let's
for a
do
little
it.
stroller walk with you.
Let's
It's
do
always
it.
an adorable thing. You got the little kids, you got life. You get into the park. It's beautiful this time of year.
I'm all
Forget about it, dude. Let's do it,
I'm
man.
all about it.
Go for a walk with Phil, and then I'll meet you at the boathouse for an adult beverage. How's that?
Well, it's perfect.
All right.
And then we'll
All
go
right,
to the
Todd,
Ralph
thank you for
Lauren.
being here, my friend.
I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bye,
Adios.
Todd.
Todd Sohn, fan favorite. Big fan of yours there, Mr. Perlman. I didn't know Todd Sohn had such a man crush on you.
He calls me from time to time and has questions, and he's always a gentleman. I love that guy. Like, he's
Is
like a
JP
brother.
Morgan paying you for that, Perlman?
Dude, I did the race, the corporate challenge. If you're a part of an organization that does the JP Morgan challenge every spring in Central Park, it's a 3.5 mile race. It's all in good fun. Thousands of people show up.
Good for you.
It's just a great time. I did it with the Ritholtz kids. I was sort of an honorary member of the Ritholtz gang. They go and do it. Nick, by the way, is fast as hell. They got some good runners over there. They got some healthy individuals. I did it with the Ritholtz gang. That's family too. They're a great crew, and I had a blast. It was rainy. It was cold. Still had the best time of my life.
I'll tell you something about that challenge. It's amazing that they're still doing it, which is fantastic. It's great. I mean, we were doing that 20 years ago. But what I'll tell you is this: it's right at the beginning of the summer. It's like the first week for the interns or the second week of the interns. It's a great time. It's like the first time that you really kind of get to know the new kids that are coming in. And we would take them to this corporate challenge, and then we'd go out drinking and go out to sing karaoke to all hours of the night. Like, that was like the initiation for the interns back in the day. We had so much fun. And the interns saw like a different side of us, right? They're like, oh, okay.
Plenty of shenanigans going on after
Plenty
the
of
race,
shenanigans.
which is just
Plenty
beautiful.
of shenanigans. Phil Perlman, we got 4 months left of the year. Summer's over. Kids are back in school. I know weather-wise summer's not over, which is a great point that you've been making. But in terms of the rest of our lives, like, summer's over. Kids are starting school. Like, things are changing. Our behaviors are changing. I'm not going to the beach anymore, for example. We're wearing more clothes. The mornings are a little chillier. So like these changes in our behavior impact our decision-making in the markets, right? So how should we think about that as investors, as fathers, as entrepreneurs?
Yeah, the weather and the amount of sunlight affect our mood, and our mood affects our behavior. And really, what you want to do right now is you want to commit yourself to staying healthy over the colder months. And this is this is preparation. This is thinking ahead. This is planning, because it's going to start getting colder. The days are going to start getting shorter. We're going to be moving our bodies less. Our mood's going to be dropping. We tend to gain weight. We're going to pull that another couple months. We're going to pull that chart out that, the seasonality of weight gain. I've shown that on here before. I'm going to show it again. It's great to pull out every year. And that affects our behavior. And really, the only thing, we have zero control over price behavior. And we have 100% control over our behavior in the market. There's only 3 behaviors, right? There's buying, selling, and holding and sitting, right? And waiting. And those are the only 3. And so what we want to do is we want to have the greatest faculties. We want to have the greatest control over our own behaviors. We want to be making the best decisions that we possibly can. So at this moment, it's actually a great question, JC. At this moment of the year, as we're getting ready, as we're, a month away from the fourth quarter, and we're a month away from eating too much at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we're a month away from it starting to get cooler out and falling backward with the end of daylight savings and, sunset at 4:57 p.m. You want to start now, zoning in. You don't want to gain 3, 4, 5 pounds over the course of the winter. You want to keep control. The healthier you stay, the better decisions you make, right? Get healthy, perform better. It's very simple. The better your metabolic health, the better your executive functioning, the better your decision making. So you want to control that right now. You want to get ahead of it. It's easy to be healthy during the warm months. It's easy to be healthy during the summer. You get outside every day, you're running around, you're jumping in the pool, you're hanging out. It's hanging out outside, you're getting the natural vitamin D. It's in the fall and the winter where it gets difficult. And you'll find, plus you got taxes. Like you got to think about taxes into the end of the year. So decision making gets very, very difficult into the end of the year. That's when you want to especially take care of your health. If you got to get inside and work out, it's fine. You got to hit a treadmill, it's fine. It's snowing outside, it's fine. Now is the time to really get ahead of that.
Love it.
You don't want to join a gym in January when everybody else does. You want to join it if you don't belong. You want to join right now. You don't want to do. It's fine to make New Year's resolutions in January. It's fine, but if you make them in September, hell yeah.
But Phil, don't you think it's better to just work out in private and not go to one of these public gyms?
It's
and work
different for
out
everybody,
next
Strazza.
to other people.
Different for everybody. Whatever you get.
In the 80s, that's where you used to go meet a mate. That's where the dudes would meet the girls would meet the dudes. Like that's where all the pickup spot was at the gym in the 80s. That was like a big thing. Proman, you got a couple of years on Strazza. You want to school this child?
You can get
whatever
like
you
ringworm
prefer.
and stuff.
A lot of
too.
people like to
to
connect with others. Like running clubs are getting really popular now. I usually like
Strazza,
to work
how
out
many
on
running
my own.
clubs are you a part of?
I don't want to connect with anybody over exercising. I'll call my friends and talk.
You play golf
You
with
don't want
friends.
to watch me sweat. Trust me.
You play golf with friends, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, with a golf cart full of beers. That's not exercise.
No, he's not drinking beers. He's not drinking beers these days.
I've significantly cut down on golf course beers.
All right. I don't drink
Almost
any beers
never.
at all.
It's just bad. First of all, it's bad policy. You think about it. You're out there in the heat. It's 85, 90 degrees. The sun's beating on you. You're sweating profusely. And then you're going to pound beers instead of Gatorade. Like, it's just not, especially in the heat. It's no good. And you get bloated and it affects your swing.
I'm pretty sure beer is healthier than Gatorade.
You drink Gatorade Zero, dude. Come on. Get with it. No sugar.
Is that all right, Proman?
Also, did you know Muscle Milk is a great American brand owned by Pepsi? Phil, do you approve Muscle Milk? That's one of the good ones, isn't it? Like powder-wise, isn't Muscle Milk quality?
Yeah, I got no problem with those. Like if you have to use those, it's fine. I prefer.
Do you do
beef.
whey?
Just
Okay.
eat animal protein.
I prefer animal protein, but if you got to do like
Right.
The whey protein or the Muscle Milk or the Fairlife or whatever, they're all owned by large conglomerates, by the way. They're owned by Pepsi. They're owned by
Right.
Coca-Cola, but
Yeah.
they're fine. But really, the things you want to do is you want to eat beef, you want to eat fish, eggs, plain Greek yogurt. That's going to get you there.
Basically, if you eat right on a high protein diet, you shouldn't need protein supplements.
Yeah, you really don't need much. It's not bad to take some. You don't want to rely on them.
They don't taste
But it's
good.
not bad. But really, if you eat enough protein, you get that in. You don't really need the supplements that well.
Can we just jump to recess? I want to talk about meatballs.
Oh, okay. All right.
Meatballs?
All right. So my wife's cousin's husband And his brother, they own like a pizza Italian restaurant. The family's Sicilian, off the boat. Father started the restaurant, right? So these kids have been, cooking Italian meals their entire lives, right? Sicilian, not Italian. So, I get with them and I start asking questions because I can't help myself about the meatballs because they make such good meatballs. I'm like, what are you guys doing? What kind of crack are you putting in here on these damn meatballs? So they use very little breadcrumbs, right? Which is interesting. Just enough to keep it together, right? So not a lot of breadcrumbs. Don't overdo it. I know that's music to Perlman's ears, right? And then fresh parsley, right? Something I don't do is fresh parsley in the meatballs. I thought that was interesting. And fresh basil too, by the way.
How about
and then the other thing is, traditionally, at least for me, for dumb Cubans who don't know anything, I learned that you do thirds pork, lean
veal and
beef and veal, right?
That's correct. That is how you do it.
They told me that if you just want to be cheap about it, you could just skip the veal and you'll be fine, right? If you want to be bougie about it, you add the veal and you go into thirds and then a little ice cream scoop. They don't do the sear. They just bake them, right? They put a little bit of water and then they cover it with the aluminum foil and they bake the meatballs and then they toss them in the sauce, right? And then if you want to fry them up, you can just fry them up also. They don't, but I like the little crispiness on the outside, little fry it up there with the meatballs. So I just wanted to
fry them
relay
up first, then you put them in the sauce, and you could leave some out. Like I like them crispy and not sauced, so you could fry some up and leave them.
Yeah,
and they taste great.
Phil, how do you feel about all that?
Sounds amazing.
Just a little color, from the Sicilian friends.
Sounds amazing.
True. So true story. Last night we're out at a little Italian joint in Estero, and my mom's gonna order the spaghetti and meatballs. And she's looking at it, and I looked down in the description. It said 100% all beef meatball. I said, "Don't get that here. Don't get that." It's
Yeah,
gotta
like
be
that, huh?
real pork beef.
There's
Yeah.
places
Really-
there's places you order things and there's places you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go to like a joint like that, you don't get the meatballs. You go to a diner, you don't get like something with a sauce in it. You know what I mean? Like you get something
Meatloaf.
simple like a burger or like a salad, like a Cobb salad. Like there's places you get things and there's places you don't. But
And
when
know where you
see
are.
that,
Know
you're
your
right.
environment.
Know your environment. I got some really quick comments. First of all, love Judd's comment. Get a squat rack, be a man. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Somebody asked me what supplements I take. I take D3 in the winter.
What's
I take
D3?
It's vitamin D. Your body produces it during the summer when you get sun. So I get plenty of D in the summer. You get out in the sun early in the day. D3 metabolizes a little bit easier than D2, but it doesn't matter. You take D2, it's fine. Creatine I take, and I take omega-3, and that's it. And then sparkling water, wavy gravy, great. Water's great. Sparkling water's great.
Sparkling water is fine. Don't worry about the CO2.
How about those probiotics like yogurt shots, Phil? Those solid, or they're filled with sugar, right?
You could get probiotics that don't have sugar, number one. And number two, if you need them, if they work for you, if they're good for you, some people need them, some people don't.
Right.
Just like some people like to work out with.
Just eat
with other
spinach,
people,
right?
some
Just
people
eat
like to walk
greens,
around.
basically, right? Is what
Spinach is great. Broccoli's great. Greens are great.
Yeah.
Green vegetables are fantastic. No doubt about it.
Dude, spinach is awesome because it just tastes like whatever you put it in.
Yeah, a little
Spinach is
garlic,
awesome.
lemon. Oh man,
I
spinach.
got one more question for you guys. The porcini powder for the steaks. Are you guys doing that? It's like all the rage these days. You doing that, Perlman? I mean, that's right up your alley.
I see it on the menus. That's these.
I did it the other night when we went out with Lyden. I think I might have gotten something like that, but I don't usually do it at home.
You didn't get the porcini powder.
I didn't get it.
No.
What did I get? I got some. You guys
plain
order for me.
steak.
I get some crazy thing. What's that?
I kind of want to try it. The porcini powder. All the kids are doing it these days.
Over my head, bro. Give me a ribeye. Give me a New York strip. Put it on the grill. Put some salt on it.
You put the porcini
butter,
powder on
maybe a little
before the grill.
rosemary, and that's all.
I know.
You're just a simpleton.
You could be a simpleton with porcini powder.
Hey, dude.
Okay. You always give me good recommendations, so I would try it.
I haven't tried it, but it's all the rage these days. And then instead of going like a Bordeaux, if you're gonna go mushrooms, then you're gonna want a Burgundy. So you're drinking a Burgundy with a ribeye, which is like mind blowing,
All right. We got to hop because this market's really freaking moving.
All right, we got to
Yeah,
go. Let's go.
Hold on. I've been waiting 20 minutes to say one thing about the market since it opened.
Tell me.
Biotechs are literally exploding. Whoever said it in the chat, you're goddamn right. You got to get into these stocks. If you believe that biotechs are reversing trend, don't wait. The leaders are already breaking out to new all-time highs. Go find them and buy them and express a thesis through a basket of the strongest names. Also, Bitcoin miners. I am so dead serious about this. These stocks are about to absolutely skyrocket. They're breaking out right now. They can't sell these things. They all opened up red today. They already flipped it red to green. If you look at the WAGMI, throw up the chart real quick.
Look at that WAGMI. Look at IREN.
Gets. Go look through the components. Go look through the holdings. Build yourself a basket. These two groups right now. And I trust the biotechs, not the banks and the builders today. So look for some red to green, especially in the interest rate sensitive areas today. I think they're going to dip it and rip it out here today.
They're dipping it and ripping out there. You heard it right here, folks. I want to give a big shout out to our friend and fan favorite, Mr. Todd Sohn, our guest today. We got Izzy on the ones and twos. Alfonso's out in Tuscany, gallivanting out in Italy. So we got Rick behind the scenes as today's chart master flex. Nice job, Rick. We got Mr. Phil Perlman, also a fan favorite of ours, coming in here, dropping some knowledge. We got a big week. We got monthly candlesticks tomorrow night. And guys, give us a like, press the subscribe button, do all that stuff. Chime in on the chat. The YouTube algorithms love that. So we appreciate you for that. Trust me, that helps us get better guests also. So help yourselves, right? Give us a like, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff. We'll catch you tomorrow on the morning show. I'm JC Parets, Steve Strazza, Phil Perlman in the house. Peace. YOLO responsibly.
Adios.
YOLO
Bye, guys.
responsibly.
I can't take no loss.